What's up, everyone? I'm Chris Rooney here with Occupy Fantasy. Week 1 of the NFL season is upon us, and it is time to talk about quarterbacks for the Week 1 slate on FanDuel and DraftKings and Yahoo, or any other place you prefer to play DFS. We're here, season has arrived, and we are thrilled about that for sure. First quarterback people are going to look at, frankly, it's the first one that you see on the screen here when you log in and try to build a lineup. Patrick Mahomes will be the most expensive quarterback across the industry this week for good reason. Patrick Mahomes throws a touchdown on 6.8% of his passes lifetime since coming into the league in 2018, which is an astronomical rate. Patrick Mahomes, the last time he faced this Cleveland Browns defense, who he faced in the divisional round of the playoffs last January, scored 21.6 DraftKings points in just 2.5 quarters of work, because Patrick Mahomes actually left that game midway through the third quarter with an injury. And that didn't actually end up affecting him the rest of the postseason, but it certainly affected his ability to hit his ceiling against this Browns defense. So there is still some efficiency potentially for Patrick Mahomes available this week against the Cleveland Browns. This is a game that, unlike last January, it's not going to be 40 degrees outside, and the wind isn't going to be teetering on that 15 mile per hour threshold that we think is problematic for passing game environments, in football. So no need to kind of get too cute here. Patrick Mahomes, he's definitely going to be expensive. You're going to see people use him. You're going to see people playing Chiefs players and Browns players this week, and he's a fine play every single time that he takes the field. Second most expensive quarterback here on DraftKings this week is Kyler Murray. And I don't think we appreciate enough just how dominant Kyler Murray was in the beginning of the 2020 season. He went down with a shoulder injury in Week 11 against the Seattle Seahawks. And as you see in the game logs here, that definitely translated into some problems for him on the field. His production dipped below 20 fantasy points per game, even below 10 the immediate follow-up game against the Patriots, in 4 of the next 5 games after that. But before that, Kyler Murray scored over 24.12 DraftKings points in each of these first 10 games of the season. If you look at all these game logs in detail, you'll see that he had at least 8 rushing attempts in 7 of those 10 games. And he scored a touchdown in all but, at least one rushing touchdown in all but one of them. This is a dynamic dual threat passer. We're always going to be attracted to quarterbacks that can make plays both through the air and with their legs in fantasy football. So Kyler Murray is always going to be an option. And he's probably also going to be pretty popular this week in terms of playing in a high total game. Arizona and Tennessee is going to be pretty popular this week. So don't shy away from including Kyler Murray in some of your builds if you build multiple lineups. And if you were already kind of eyeing using him this week, feel free. He's in a great spot here. Josh Allen. What did we learn about Josh Allen last year? He increased his touchdown rate, per pass by over 2% year over year from 2019 to 2020, and he reduced the interceptions. This was not necessarily a year 3 leap a lot of people saw coming. Damn near won an MVP because of it. Basically, the only issue for him was Patrick Mahomes was still phenomenal. Josh Allen opens the campaign here in 2021 against a Pittsburgh Steelers defense that, even though they went 11-5, even though they won the AFC North last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers were just 21st defending the pass in the entire NFL, according to Football Outsiders DVOA. So does seem like Josh Allen has a real strong opportunity here in Week 1 to get the year started off right. We know this is an offense that prefers to basically throw the football in all situations. They are one of the least, I guess I should say they're one of the most pass-heavy offenses in the league. So definitely think that he and all of his favorite targets are in for a phenomenal start to the season here. These are just 3 guys. These 3 guys are going to be super popular. There are other plays on the board. We actually think that you don't necessarily have to pay up all the way to these guys or some of the other favorites that people will have. We think there are some options that you can use that will allow you to play some of the better players at different positions. And this is probably the guy that people are going to be very interested in. You see, we don't really have any data because he hasn't played yet. It's Mac Jones, the New England Patriots. He's just $4,400. Obviously, his salary nearly half of what it is for Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray. So specifically in a low-risk contest where we're only trying to outscore half the field, we definitely can get away with playing a quarterback who is kind of at the bottom of the salary table here in a game where his team is favored. And we do think that because Mac Jones is taking the reins from, a run-first quarterback in Cam Newton, that you'll see their play calling shift back to very pass-heavy, much like it was under Tom Brady. And so Mac Jones, he may never be this cheap again if this team ends up being very, very good with him under center. So this is actually a really good spot for Mac Jones against the New England Patriots. For the New England Patriots against the Miami Dolphins, excuse me. But like I said, there are other plays on the board at quarterback. For more information, you're going to want to read the Occupy Fantasy Daily Plug when that gets posted on Friday afternoon. You're going to want to check out the Occupy model, which ranks every single player on the main slate, gives them a grade, and tells you which ones that we like the most at each position. That should be out by the middle of this week, so keep an eye out for that. If you like what we did here, please subscribe to the channel, and we hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.